welcome everybody. Thank you for joining if you're watching this live or if you're catching this on the replay. My name is Rachel and I am a manifestation and abundance mindset coach for women. So I work primarily with women in the health and wellness industry and also those transitioning out of corporate. A lot of my journey through manifestation and abundance has really been around healing my relationship to money, to self-worth, to the belief that I am allowed to have the wealth and abundance that I truly desire. So for those of you who work within the health and wellness industry particularly, you'll know that the belief that coaches, teachers, healers, therapists shouldn't be making a lot of money and perhaps should even be offering their services for free is a pretty rampant belief. And as I went through this whole process myself, I really saw just how pandemic this belief system is in the health and wellness industry. So I've really taken it on as one of my life missions to help women to step into their power and really own their worth and really be comfortable stating that they want wealth, that they want abundance, and that they truly believe that they're capable and deserving of it. So this particular live, this video is really about what are you saying yes to, and particularly scarcity. So it really is like, are you saying yes to scarcity? Are you saying yes to lack? Are you saying yes to fear, ultimately? A lot of what this journey is about through manifestation and abundance is personal responsibility. It goes so much deeper than just bringing money into our lives, right? It's such a huge topic, and it really does take for us to step up, to shift out of this victim mentality, to really take ownership of where we are in life, right? Like for good or for bad, we have to take ownership of where we are. Until we are not, if we are not able to take ownership of where we are, if we're not able to really put our hands up and say, everything that is around me right now, I have personally brought into my life in some way. Now, it may not be consciously, and most of the time, which I'm going to go into, it isn't consciously, it's subconsciously, which is why a lot of people get really defensive about this statement, right? They're like, I didn't want that. I didn't ask for that to happen. It's like, no, of course, consciously, there's probably a lot of things in your life that you would never have consciously decided to bring into your life, okay? This is where the subconscious mind is really, really responsible. So really taking a look at where you are at in life. Like I mentioned, everything that is in your life, you have said yes to, consciously or subconsciously. So my little girl has just turned up. Oh no, she's gonna go now. We almost had a visitor. So as I say, like, take a look at what's going on in your life. Take a look at like what are the areas that feel a little bit uncomfortable, that feel a little bit icky, and just start to play with this idea that you have brought that in to your life. There's a part of you that has said yes to it. And how this works, right, is especially when it's, it's our subconscious mind, the reason why we are where we are, the reason why we might be feeling stuck, or we might be feeling that we've got things in our life that we don't want, or that, don't really align with where we want to be, is our subconscious mind is keeping us safe. Now, you might be looking at things in your life and you're like, this doesn't feel fucking safe, right? I have no money. I'm constantly living in fear. I'm constantly, living from a place of anxiety around money, around where the money's going to come from, around paying my bills, around like feeding my family, around like, what am I going to do like when I retire? How am I going to support myself? Okay. But there is a part of you, your subconscious, that is keeping you there because it feels safe. Okay, so here's the thing. The subconscious mind does not like change. Okay, it really, really, really does not like change. Okay, so we have our conscious mind, right? And your conscious mind, more than likely, is desiring something a bit different, is desiring something a little bit better, is desiring change. So what happens is we end up with this inner battle. Our conscious mind going, yeah, but I want more money. Yeah, but I want more opportunity. Yeah, but I want to be working less hours and making more money. But yeah, I want to be, bringing in a passive income, whatever it is. But your subconscious mind is there. And, I talked about this yesterday, I think. By nature of subconscious, okay, it's below our conscious mind. It's below our conscious awareness. So we have this kind of invisible force going on that is keeping us exactly where we are. Whilst the conscious mind is going, yeah, but I don't want to be here. I want to be somewhere else. I want to be doing something different. I want to be over there. So we have this basically inner battle. Now our subconscious mind runs 99% of our life. Okay, our thoughts, our belief systems. Okay, and when our subconscious mind is busying away in the background, and it creates our thoughts, it creates our beliefs. Our thoughts and our beliefs then become our actions then become our reality. Okay, so if you're looking at your reality and it's not how you want it to be, then there's some subconscious belief work that you need to tap into to start to change that. We can't just change it by thought alone. We can't just will ourselves. Okay, this is the whole thing of like willpower alone doesn't work because our conscious mind is not strong enough to battle with the subconscious mind that is essentially running our life. Okay, because our whole life is habit. Okay, if 99% of your life is run by your subconscious mind, that means that your and mine, everybody's life, is 99% habit. The reason being, right, if we had to think about every single thing that we did as if it was a brand new thing and a brand new experience every time, we'd be freaking exhausted. We'd be like, wow, what's this? Oh my goodness, what's this thing? What do I do with it, right? So there's a reason why that happens, okay? But it can have really negative consequences. So here's the thing. When you are using your conscious mind to be like, man, I don't want to be in this position. I don't want to be in scarcity and fear. Like, I don't like this. I don't want this. I don't want this. Okay, again, your subconscious mind does not differentiate between the I want and the I don't want. It just hears what it is that you're stating. Okay, so we really want to minimize/stop focusing what we don't want. The more that we continue that hamster wheel of thought, the more we're reinforcing to our subconscious mind what it's already seeing. And so that story becomes more and more compelling. So we want to start focusing on what you want. And this is why a huge part of the manifestation process is around clarity, right? It's about getting crystal clear around what we want. So I talked a little bit a couple of days ago about that in a video, but I'll do another one that goes a lot more into clarity and how we get clarity. Because oftentimes what we think we want isn't actually coming from like our highest self. So there's a lot of work that we can do to really dive into gaining real clarity, like clarity that's coming kind of from the divine, from source, from spirit, that allows us to bring in what it is that we want. So we want to get really clear on that, and we want to start focusing on what it is that we want, not what we don't want. So also we need to look at, so this is a great question. So when I'm working with my clients, it's a question that I often ask, and I would really recommend that you spend some time reflecting and maybe even journaling on this. But what is it that you're tolerating in your life? Like, take a really fucking good hard look at what you're tolerating. And so that might be a relationship. It might be where you live. It might be a job. It might be the money that's in your bank account. It might be your health. Do you know what? Like, it can be anything. Like, take a look. Just tolerating, okay? And this isn't like, what do you hate? This isn't that. This is like, what are you tolerating? What are you putting up with, right? Because we put up with so much bullshit because we think that we should, okay? And that's one of the worst paradigms to be living in. Well, I should be doing that. Well, I feel like I should be doing this, or accepting this, or tolerating that. And that belief system is going to keep you so freaking stuck. It's unbelievable. So in order for us to bring in whatever it is that we want, we've got to let go of a shit ton of stuff that's in our lives that we're tolerating, okay? Because there needs to be space. Like, if your life is full of crap, if your life is full of like excuses and shoulds and things that you're tolerating and things that are like meh, then the stuff that you really want to come in, well, there's no freaking space for it. So really, really have a look at what it is that you're tolerating. And we've also got to let go, and this kind of like ties in with it, but on a deeper level, we've got to let go of who we think we are. We've got to let go of our current identity. Because if you identify as someone who kind of struggles with money, if you identify as somebody who kind of needs money, like there's that frantic kind of slightly sharky, snaky approach to you in business, or you know, when you're just navigating any kind of financial things, if you're that person who's kind of a bit like, or if you're someone who just doesn't like to spend, you're really frugal and tight because you're really scared as to like when the next money's going to come in. These are all identifications, okay? And we can identify with any identity we want, literally. Like, you think about who you want to be and start identifying with that person. But as long as you're identifying with somebody who struggles with money, doesn't have a good relationship with money, is really rubbish at sales, finds sales icky, any of those things, is I'm not good in business, or I'm really uncomfortable in business, I'm not an extrovert, I'm not extroverted enough to be a business person. All of these identities you've got to let go of in order for you to allow that new identity to come in, okay? Because we are not our identities, okay? Our identities can change. We can change our identities. Like, just because you perhaps grew up in a family who has a like bad relationship to money, it doesn't mean that you have to have that too. Like, let that shit go, seriously. Like, that's going to hold you back so much. Cool. All right. That was my little soapbox about saying yes to scarcity. Let me know if you've been watching this on the replay. Let me know. Drop a comment below if anything's resonated with you. I'd love to hear what's landed. I'd love to hear your own personal stories as well. If you've got any stories you want to share with me around your experience of wealth, of abundance, of business, of manifestation, I'd be super curious. I'm going to continue doing these lives, so I'd love to be able to speak directly to some of the challenges that you're experiencing. So yeah, let me know. Also, if you have really enjoyed this, if you're wanting to take your business, your manifestation, your wealth, your abundance to the next level, I'm launching a 6-week program in mid-October. The spots are super limited, and there's an early bird price up until the end of this month. So if you want to get in early and you really want to deep dive into manifestation and abundance, if you are really freaking ready to step up, to like bust through those limiting beliefs, to change your identity, to change your relationship with what you think you are able to bring into your life, then send me a message and I'll let you know some more about it. Awesome, peeps. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you again tomorrow.